Rastafari. Greetings again, brethren and sisters. This is Ras John Farai, Ras Johannes. This is my second video on Rasta-ish and Rastafari. And I want to go to an article here written by Adam Ellis, The Rhetoric of Reggae, the commercialization and westernization of reggae music. There it is. And this is what I wanted to delve into, kind of like the commercialization of reggae that has kind of have happened and has also been the gateway for some of these Rasta-ish peoples that have come into the Rastafari faith. And one of the big parts of this was the infamous movie, The Harder They Come, which starred Jimmy Cliff, and the movie brought Jamaica into international awareness. And in this article, I want to highlight this too here. Movies like Harder They Come, which starred another Rastafari, excuse me, brothers and sisters. Movies like Harder They Come, which starred another influential reggae singer, Jimmy Cliff, also commercialized reggae in a sense. However, it also taught many people about the hardships of Jamaica and struggles involving the Rastafari hope. And the kind of commercialization is beneficial in society because instead of changing the music and image, it embraces its roots. The more politically orientated Rastafarians hope to exploit reggae's popularity to further gain mass awareness of problems facing Jamaica. Now, that is a good point because there is nothing wrong with acceptance, with notoriety, especially now in this day and age with the internet, with social media. To get your message out there and to get it known is a good thing because our message must be spread across the four corners of the earth, as Jah say. Yet, coming with this also comes exploitation. There comes a lot of commercialization, and reggae music has suffered it more than anyone. And one of the main reasons for this is because of the typical Rasta-ish dreadlocks, ganja smoking, and this is definitely a good point here. The commercialization of reggae definitely did exploit the Rasta culture to an extent. However, what art form in our society has not been commercialized? As sad as it is, the fact that our modern capitalist society, everything is dependent on economic stability. Modern society was Babylon, and the Rastaman's ambition was to tear down the walls of Babylon. Paradoxically, reggae acts as a voice of counter-hegemony change and stimulus and consistent economic power bases. So as Rastamen, there's some Rastamen, who are artists who never, like Bunny Wailer, who've never flown, who've never taken part in any touring until now recently, but a lot who have stayed out of the whole Babylon shitstem or some of the other trappings of Rasta image. And even Jacob Miller did a song called The Commercialization of Rastafari, which is, it's true. There's a lot. And this is also another good article, The Delusion and Destruction of Rasta and Reggae. Now, this is very true because some who love to listen to reggae yet are surprised, of the message that some, when they listen to it. For example, while peace and love and harmony is the goal of Rasta, that's not the essence of Rasta. The essence of Rasta is resistance, fighting against oppression, resistance on unjust systems, and revolting until there is equal rights and justice for all. These are the things that are the root of Rasta. The primary purpose of Rasta was to revolt against European aggression and oppression. In fact, if you wanted to make a soundtrack of what's currently taking place in Baltimore and Tel Aviv, reggae would have to be the primary genre to choose songs from. In many songs like Peter Tosh's Stepping Razor and Dennis Brown's The Revolution and Bob Marley's Burning and Looting, Get Up and Stand Up are singing against the oppressive Babylon system that a lot of you so-called bandwagon Rastas or so-called dreads don't like when we say death to black and white oppressors. So trying to stiffen certain reggae songs and pigeonhole militant Rastas as weed-smoking hippie is ridiculous. So I could play Bob Marley's One Love, but I would mute the part about fighting to Armageddon and should not stand and play songs like Revolution and Get Up or Stand Up. Dennis Brown says, here I come with love and not hatred, but not when he says, are you ready to stand up and fight for your right to revolution? A lot of y'all don't like to hear when we say Rastafari must get up and stand up for its rights. So again, brothers and sisters, give thanks and praise to Jah Rastafari, and listening to Iman video on Rasta-ish and Rastafari. And remember, if you're Rastafari, that's the man right there. Eli Selassie. Jah Rastafari. All praises to him. And through his teachings, I know the difference between Rastafari and Rasta-ish. So give thanks and job blessings to all, and guidance and protection. One love. Give thanks for listening, and leave comments on uploads and videos on YouTube. Jah guy.